Alright, got a Kenmore Elite here, older machine. We did some work to it earlier, and now we have a problem. Let's just play what's wrong with the machine. Okay, so we just let it fill up. Everything was fine, and then it went to go start, and then it just quit, and then it started making noise. So let's hear what kind of noise it made. Let's see. Oh, it's letting water in there. Alright, all it's going to do is let water in, so we're just going to have to put it back to spin. Alright. Now what's happening here, folks? I'll tell you what's happening without even taking this machine apart. The coupler between the motor and the transmission broke again. That is a plastic U-joint that goes between the motor and the transmission. We'll flip this thing on its side and show you underneath it in a minute. If not, we're going to go ahead and repair this one in the process. But one way or another, we need to get clothes washed quickly, and we have a machine down, so we're just going to figure it out together. But I'm guessing, before we even take this thing apart, that that's the problem. Alright. Alright, we turn the old Kenmore on its side. Even left the line still attached for the water inlet line. Let's see. Now, where's that motor coupler? Right around there. There it is. Let's see if that's the problem here. I can't really tell from here. It looks like it's in place. But it still sounds like there's a problem with the motor spinning. Let's see. Oh yeah. I say we pull this motor off here and find out what's up. Alright. Let's stop this for a minute. We'll come back. Alright, so we're still in the Kenmore here. I think, I don't know, it was like a year or two, almost 2 years ago when we replaced this, and times and circumstances were totally different. 2 years have passed and people's lives have changed since then, and I kind of forgot what I did last time. But I will go with the basics, and I'd say that there are clips here that seem to hold this pump on here, so maybe remove these clips. With a screwdriver is probably what I would need. Put something in there and pry that back and get that clip off. And then it looks like here, kind of the same deal. Except it looks like there's a screw holding that clip on there. Unless I'm mistaken. Nope, that's a screw, huh?
That's a bolt holding it on?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Now, we're not pulling the transmission off. We're just removing the motor from the transmission.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, if you're still in here and you're still with me, the first thing we did was disconnect right before we came back on the video. We disconnected the plug here, which is no big deal. Just disconnects from here, and then that small plug. Disconnect that, and then move it over to the side. That way if the motor comes off and falls down, it won't rip all your wires out. Then you got to play guessing games with that. So first things first, back here, wedge the screwdriver back in here, remove that clip. Okay, then there's one back here, so it's got to feel your way back there, and it shouldn't be too difficult. And let's see. Man, this motor's still warm. Yep, okay, now we got that one disconnected there, and it's kind of just hanging in there. Let's see if we can pull it off here. Okay, this is where we get to move it a little bit so we can get to it.
It's the pump?
Yeah. So what's going on now is just pushing that pump down. Now those two brackets fell down there. We're going to leave them down there. We push that down to the side so that our motor won't interfere with that. And obviously we could have laid it a different way, maybe on its back directly. Some of these machines are set up where the motor is facing this way or facing the side. This one's facing the front. So next step, find a socket or driver, proper size to fit in here. In this case, Looks like whatever this is. What is that, 1/4 inch?
Yeah, 1/4 inch.
Okay. And we'll get that off. That little 1/4 inch nut, bolt there, and then we have one probably on the other side. These are just to hold the clips. I guess these are like safety bolts so that the motor doesn't come flying off. We'll get this off and we'll come back. Alright, now we're going to take the motor off. Take these clips off. They're still in place. We'll probably use a screwdriver for that. There you go, that's one. You're going to take those out? Okay, if you're going to take them out, remember how they go in. They go in facing towards each other. Okay. Yeah. The other one should come off easy. You shouldn't even need a screwdriver.
There it goes.
Remember, folks, hold your motor back so you don't lose it like that. You never know. Alright, set that over to the side. Let's have a look and see if there's any damage here. Alright, motor's spinning. That's one end of the coupler, right?
Yeah.
Put plastic in. Okay. It doesn't appear to be stripped out. We know that the motor works.
That's kind of loose.
I think that's broken. Pull it out. Let's take a look. You need some help with that? You stick a screwdriver in there. There you go. And you just push it. Let's have a look at that and see. Hold on there. What are you doing?
That's turning right now.
Okay. Did anybody see anything wrong here? Now I'm teaching someone else how to do this right now.
You think
so
that?
I got my helper here and I'm teaching him how to do this.
You think this waddled out?
Is that what it looks like?
It's kind of a lot of friction marks right there.
Okay.
And it was
Why
loose on there.
don't you remove the rubber from the bracket? Put it over here on this piece. Over here and save that in. Yeah. Go ahead and Go ahead and reinstall your rubber. It doesn't matter which way, as long as you got. Okay. Now take that and put it back on there and see if that free spins on your shaft.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, for the most part, yeah. If it's got tension at the other side, it would.
Tell the audience what's going on here.
It's happening. This is spinning on the shaft like that.
So that's waddled out.
Yep.
So that's a defective part that we replaced about a year and a half ago or so.
Yep, it just did it just now.
Okay. Wow.
So under tension.
Subpar garbage then. So this is what we bought as a kit, and I can't remember which brand we used. Was it legitimate?
I don't think it was.
I doubt it was probably aftermarket crap.
It was aftermarket.
Yeah, okay, and so figure the plastic would have broken, the teeth on these plastic pieces on this makeshift gear cog and would have broken, but it didn't. It's actually the shaft spun and widened out the pot metal for this piece right here. Wow.
Nothing hard part broke, just that
junk. Wow. All right, well, let's fix it then. Let's get another one of these that isn't waddled out, and we'll piecemeal it with this.
Yep.
Because we are literally about 12 minutes, maybe 13 minutes into having this machine broken. And we've already got it on its side, and we're already narrating to people what to do, how to fix it, so that we can get this thing going again.
Already found out what was wrong.
Right. Well, it's a good lucky guess, or kind of an educated guess. And we'll go from there. All right. All right, here we are with a old coffee tin with some donated parts from other people that just gave them to me. And wow, look at that, dog ears.
Ooh, those are
wow.
kind of handy.
I'll be doing this a long time, huh? Repairing these machines. Jeez. Okay. Obviously, we don't need dog ears, but we do on a new machine that we got, a new used machine that we're going to repair our next video. We're definitely going to need some dog ears like this, and these are pretty universal here. Wow, I must have bought a lot of them on sale.
I think I bought like a 10-pack or something.
That looks a lot, like a lot. O-rings, but that's not for this machine. I don't know what that's for. Probably a swimming pool pump. Got a lot of parts mixed up here. Ah, look at that.
There they are.
Look,
Coupler.
motor coupler, but look at some used dog ears. We don't want that, I think. Is that new?
Those must be.
No, they look.
Yeah, those are old, maybe.
There's
but
some new and used ones in there.
keep it separate.
This, I might want to save for the other machine. All I need to do is replace that part.
Yep.
Receipts. Ancient receipts. Look. Here we go. Here we go. What's this? That used? What is that?
It is used.
It is. Look. It's kind of scuffed up right there. Right?
Yeah.
I just use that, huh?
You kind of could, couldn't you? I don't see a reason why. It looks OEM.
It does, doesn't it? I bet you that was taken out of a machine by someone else. I wouldn't have ever taken this plastic out of a machine because
It rendered the machine useless.
Well, no, I mean, like say the machine crapped out and they were like, "Oh, I want my part back," you know, and they went and surfing for this back in the machine and put it back in here, you know, to keep. A lot of people do that because it just wouldn't be worth it to me. But here's somebody else. Somebody else did it. Now it is worth it to me. Thanks a lot. All right, we'll just do this. How about that? It's a pretty universal guy, so let's see what we got. We'll keep the rubber because sometimes the rubber rips.
That part's good, obviously, right there.
Right. That's on.
Yep.
That's on. And that's on. Let's take a look. Go put this on that piece and let's take a spin it. Let's go.
Alright, let's check this out.
Yep. That fit tighter?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it looks like on video much tighter. Alright, good. And it's trying to spin the transmission. That's good. Okay, pull that off. Put that, place it on there. Get it ready to go. And while we're putting the motor on there, we'll just line it up. Put these 4 tits, these rubber tits, in those 4 holes right there, with the motor facing in the right direction. I think we had
Plug's facing up.
Plug facing up, so that plug will face up, straight up this way, and then we'll hold that in there and we'll spin this motor ever so slightly. We'll spin this rubber, look, like that.
Yeah.
Till it lines up with the shaft and clicks in. Got it? So what are you going to do with that spring-loaded piece? Keep that on there, right?
Yeah, just kind of keep it on there, just out of the way.
Alright, let's go. Just in case I have to help you all. Get you past your shaft here. Let's go. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright. Get ready to go in. Alright, there we go. I'll line you up here. I got it. I'll spin it.
Schwinn in?
There you go. Okay.
Schwinn in.
Alright.
Alright.
There you go. Now I got to get this started. You're going to get the one on the back started?
Try to get it on here now.
Okay.
It's kind of press on. Oh, there we go.
Got that one.
All
there you go, buddy.
That one's on.
All right. Perfect. Now put your set screws back in.
Yep.
And yeah, and I think you guys know what to do next. So we'll cut the video here.
Installation is a reverse removal.
Right. Okay. So yeah, just in case you need any help with the plugs. Let's see. You weren't here when we disconnected it before, so we will check it out in front of you.
This is the quickest repair I've ever done to a machine like this.
Is it? Yeah, that's because we weren't really.
We had the parts already. We had the knowledge.
Actually, I forgot. I told you I forgot about the machine completely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that just proves how easy it would be to do if people have never done it before.
I mean, the only prior knowledge we have is that this is a common part that goes out.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And it didn't look like it went out on the surface, but really it did.
Right. But listening to it and seeing that nothing else functioned except the drain. And you must know that the drain is a part of the motor
Operates
attached
off the
to the back end of it. Right, so the back end of the shaft of the motor. So if the transmission fails, the drain should still work. So if the tub doesn't spin anymore, doesn't agitate, move, or do anything, and just makes that noise, then chances are that failed right there, the coupler between the two. And then the pump is still removing water from the machine. And then again, if you have something like on the other machine we have over there, we have another machine, a Whirlpool, and we just picked up, and it has a problem with the it agitates, but it doesn't spin. So that tells you that there's a problem, not with that coupler, but inside the transmission itself. So
clutch back here?
Clutch, something like that. We're going to look at. See if we can rectify that problem on the next video. So we'll pause this and we'll come back. Did you put that set screw in yet?
This one. I'm put the other one in right now.
Okay, alright. Alright, we're done. All we did was snap the 2 snaps back in to put the pump back on at the shaft, and that's it, guys. Let's take this machine, flip it back over, and this is a quick field repair. I guess that's what we're going to call it. Go on the other side, flip this machine up. Don't even have time to sweep up the trash underneath the machine. I'm going to flip it back up, set it down. Alright, yeah, let's put the hose back in. Alright, drain hose is in. Okay, grab that hose right there, that cord, plug it in. Let's put the machine back into its space.
Ready?
Hold on. Okay, there you go. Turn it on.
Alright, cord is plugged in.
Okay. Now let's give this thing a test. We got a small water drip over there, so we can address that. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, go to spin, right? Because that's what it wasn't doing before. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sounds good so far.
It's
back to normal.
Wow, that was
So it's a coupler replacement, motor coupler replacement, and we did it quick.
Anybody can do it quick.
Yeah, so if we did it that quick, so can you. Okay, that's it. This machine is ready to go again. So we can add our clothes back in. And I think that's our video, guys. Thank you for watching.